A flash of excitement came over me when I clicked the registration button for my first half marathon. You see, I wanted a t-shirt that the group was making, and I knew I had to earn that t-shirt. Yes, external motivation was my jumping off point. After that excitement came a stark realization that I had never done anything else close to that distance, let alone race that distance. What on earth was I thinking? At that point, I had committed to the race. I wanted the excitement of the race day and a t-shirt. Fleeting external things that seemed sparkly at first glance came with a hefty price tag, and I'm not talking about money here. By committing to the race, I was also committing to training, fueling, carving out time in my schedule. The list goes on. If I wanted the outcomes, I had to put in the effort when no one was watching. Cue intrinsic motivation. This journey that I chose was not just a journey of running a distance. It was also a lesson in enduring life. I carefully selected and reviewed my training plan. Looking at the scope of it was nearly paralyzing. Then, I did the first workout. The next day, I showed up for the second workout. Day over day, no matter how challenging I anticipated it would be, I set my alarm and I did the prescribed workout. There was no decision to make in the moment. It was just the thing that I did at that early hour in the morning when the rest of the house was asleep. After 10 weeks of training, 4 months after giving birth to my daughter, I completed my first half marathon in 1 hour and 46 minutes. I'll also add that this was a virtual half marathon that I completed on a treadmill. To the naked eye, this seems like a crazy thing to do. I've had people ask if I was mentally okay after hearing this. I've even had people ask, how on earth did you do that on a treadmill? I'm here today to tell you how. It's nothing glamorous, and it's very simple. Integrity, self-reflection, equanimity, and endurance. Enthusiasm is common. Endurance is rare. Take a moment to pause and reflect on a stretch goal that you've been considering or you've even been working on. Keep that end goal in mind and consider your current jumping off point. As you take on changes, slowly create micro commitments for yourself that you can take daily action on. As Angela Duckworth illustrates in her book, Grit, if you have a talent or a natural inclination towards something, and you put consistent effort behind it, you cultivate your skills. When you put effort into the skills you've developed, you can achieve. Therefore, when achieving anything, effort counts twice. Showing up and deliberately practicing is about 80% of getting it right. Deliberate practice is what you do. Your mindset and perspective determines how engaged you feel and your overall experience. In deliberate practice, it's important to reflect on your weaknesses or where you're getting complacent and create an honest, continuous improvement plan. How you approach that internal conversation is hugely important. Rather than beating yourself up and creating a sense of defeat, get curious about what you can achieve through stepping outside of your comfort zone. Work on finding the nuances that can help you go from being complacent to taking your next step forward. Be careful not to confuse a middle point with the end goal. It's okay to pause as your skills are being challenged and you work to improve your skills that you need in order to proceed. But be honest with yourself and notice when you're getting complacent. No matter what, there's always opportunity to level up. At the onset of a journey, there's a lot of novelty. The newness brings excitement and oftentimes a great deal of intensity behind the effort. Over time, the sparkle fades. What was once new, exciting, and full of beginner's hope becomes mundane. It goes from being a journey of intensity and excitement to a journey of endurance and grit. Today I'm here to share with you 3 simple steps to keep going once boredom sets in. First, don't lose sight of your North Star vision. That long-term goal you're aiming for is an outcome of consistent action taken over time. Beyond the outcome metric, you're aiming for a way of life and how you want to feel and experience life. When the going gets tough, remember your deepest why and simply just do the tasks that align towards your goals. Next, find novelty in the mundane. Human beings are wired to seek newness. To a beginner, everything is new. Over time, you have a choice. You can either become jaded and complacent, or you can seek novelty in exploring the nuances that help you level up. Put some intention behind your actions. Drilling deeper into concepts can provide a new level of challenge that can be intriguing if you've been at something for a while. I've heard many experts refer to the concept of the more I know, the more I realize how much I have yet to learn. The third is leveraging the power of habits. We all have those days when motivation is low and our willpower is tapped out. Left to our own devices, we tend to steer towards the path of least resistance. Creating habits and doing the plan and prep necessary to make healthy choice the easy and obvious choice can help with the adherence because it takes the emotion and the decision out of the moment. Moreover, when it's scheduled and you stay consistent with the task, your habit energy pulls you in that direction. It takes the decision out of the moment and you default to what the plan is. This can help you go from what will I do next? I could do all of these things, to that big shift in saying, it's just time to take care of the next obvious task. So consider that North Star you're chasing. Step both feet fully into the journey that combines passion and perseverance. When you're actively establishing a new way of life that spans far into the future, it can be a journey of endurance. What steps are you taking today to foster the growth of your own grit throughout your journey?